Marco.
We have a great video. I hope you like it.
Due punto zero, 2.1. Metti full screen, metti l'audio.
Oddio.
Vai, full screen.
Vai.
Cliccaci due volte. Cliccaci due volte su.
Spazio.
This unit is active. Analyzing data. This unit is.
So, yeah, just a strange kind of product, strange kind of NFT. We talk about it later. And now you have the mic
Okay.
to Marco.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight at DLT Hub. And thank you, DLT Hub, for hosting this event. I'm Marco Zolla. I'm a digital entrepreneur, legal researcher, and also business lawyer. I'm here together with a fantastic number of speakers tonight. I'm here with Massimo Rotolo, CEO of Toknable, manual teacher at the Italian Design Institute and author of the graphic novel Eve. Deborah Mendolicchio, expert in art history. Then we have Luigi, our data analyst at Tucanable. We have Alicia Viola, art curator and digital artist manager. And finally, Claudio Russo, art advisor. So let me quickly outline the program of the night. We have this talk with all these fantastic speakers, and at the end, we will start a contest to give you the chance to win one of kind NFT that is out of the collection of the Eve collection, but it's something really one of kind of NFT that you have the chance to win just tonight. You can participate to this contest by accessing the QR code that you can see on the display right there, and you can click on the link to participate and insert the secret word. And the first who gets the right answer will get the NFT. I give the floor to Massimo for a few words about his project called Toki Place.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Massimo, the one who had the idea of building Tokies together Manuel 2 years ago. Before we start saying words from the brain, let me tell you a truth from the heart. In the past, movies and books told about the future of flying cars and interstellar travel at the speed of light. Today, we know that traveling at the speed of light is impossible for us, but still venturing into space at the speed of collision. Our cars cannot fly, but with the ingenuity and sacrifice, we have to build elevated roads and massive bridges. However, there is one thing we do better than science fiction character, and this thing is finding solutions. Giving value to what we have with the means we have, in the environment, and the well-being of all. This is what Tucanable's mission and vision are based on. Thank you all.
Thank you, Massimo. Can we play the video? Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you, Marco. Thank you, Marco. So, we are about to talk about a strange thing. It's a unique thing in the NFT world. And don't start with a strange question. How many dimensions does NFT really have? And I have another question. How much dimensions have really a work about? So let's talk about some points to start from the beginning. This is a standard thing. So we know that these are basically using this for express, to experiment, to reach more freedom, and for money, why not? I don't know if you can see the smiling face of the musician. probably is thinking about its freedom from major and how much money it can do with NFT. But it is really the one way. Do we have just one way to do this? To go deeper into this strange thing, we must start from the beginning, the very beginning. You are seeing something very ancient here. Rock painting, in your ancient. In Spain. And to talk about this, it's a special thing. I have a special student with an expert about this thing. He's an art curator, but also is an expert in art history. So, who better than her? Let me present you Deborah Mentolipio.
Good evening, everyone. Art is an aesthetic human expression. It is communication countering the senses. It's a sign that someone will to leave a trace for someone else, more or less consciously. The print the design can be left by working on clay then transformed into a posture, as a child linked to the past, to the memory, and to the sign construed as an objective proof, a trace, which remains in the human history. Art, on the other hand, is an active sign, a deliberate action willing to communicate something. It's a visible mark of the cultural and evolutionary growth of the human being, not only of his passage in a certain place, in a certain time. Let's look at these photos. Print is the primary and primitive expression of communication. We begin to see the first sign in the distant times such as telegraphy that began about 2.5 million years ago and ended 5,000 years ago, when the transition of agriculture and the transition to the Mesolithic. The photo shows evidence of monumental findings in Indonesia and in Spain. The 1,000 years ago, the photo above, and 12,000 years ago, the photo below. We are in the cave, in the refuge, in front of the first forms of community. At the some evolutionary point, the acceleration of the world was no longer enough for the family man is so far. No philosopher could make him feel the hunger to reinterpret reality by sharing emotions, intents, messages in order to find a meaning in life. Anyway, he did it. He felt the need to his say, to have his say, and to leave his message. The handprint before, the drawing of the bison ant after, the dynastic right for escaping the lightning, for invoking the mother earth, for avoiding the violence of the sea, for sublimating the fear of volcanoes, demonstrate the human need to absorb reality and transmit it through a personal interpretation which enrich emotions and perception. If we take a look at this picture at the top of the slide, these are not footprints left by chance. These are images composed, more or less randomly, in a visual state, but composed. They are signs. We can talk about a sign where the signifier matches the signifier. So we have two dimensions. The first, the signifier, the infinite, the tangible artistic product in terms of colors, sync, sign, and forms, which through time become more and more multidimensional with different kinds of subjects, could be figurative or informal, abstract or metaphysical, basic or complex. The second, the signifier, the meaning, the context that people get, perceive and feel by looking at the signifier. With considerations. In semiology, the two-dimensional tensions are very clear. To give an example, the real language is the signifier of the word table is represented by the letter T, A, B, and so on. By reading these letters, in our mind, immediately appears an object with the top and middle direct. In this process, is presently subverting the signifier is not anonymous or imprisoned, but the signified, because the signified itself corresponds of the meaning. I could be a table and imagine something else or vice versa. I could see no matter what and imagine a table. If we think about Madrid, do you know Madrid? Yeah, Madrid, Sicilian IoT, we have a clear and evolved example of delivering confusion between signifier and signified, subverting the usual perceptual interpretive or mode of the observer. From the primitive people to the contemporary society, to two-dimensional form is the artistic style, and seeing multiple identity concepts. As an example, there were times distinguished by the desire to subject part to the signifying caused by political and religions, and other times in which part instead forget the rules by looking it was clear from the power, and sometimes injuring the body. The two dimensions of art lay the foundation that make this discipline one of the main and fascinating sources we have to talk about human beings. In conclusion, art is a science generated to communicate more or less consciously. It was two dimensions, signify or rather the word, and signify all the meaning. That is totally linked to the how. That's how art works. It is the how that creates the meaning, giving the key to perceive the world. The second dimension of the how meaning, the magic of the observer perception comes true. This is the reality of art, which is separate from the artist's will, because it's true that we hold lean at the table with minimum 3 legs and horizontal toes. It is also true that I could think an operating table and the anxiety that causes me, while manual might be called a wooden table and to write poems. In art, this process is even more pronounced, since the how could acquire many meanings in the observer's mind. Campbell, Nobel Prize in Medicine, in his book Reductionism, Art in Art and Brain Science, Bringing the Two Cultures, explains very well how neuroscience has begun to define itself, starting from the research of the study on art. How does man create and perceive art? These wonderful dimensions, or rather the second dimension of art, create the basis for further dimension. But it is another topic. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. So, probably you are thinking, what of this is connected to make money with NFT? Honestly, how many times you heard about this thing in an NFT event or crypto event? It's the first time, I guess, right? But bear with me. Now there is a fundamental question. 2 clicks, then go forward. Okay. How we can go to 2 dimension, from 2 dimension to 3 dimension? How can we expand the value of a product, an NFT product or an NFT piece of art with this? not this in particular, but with his art, his ideas, with what this kind of man is very good at. But we are here to speak about technology, right? So how we can put this thing together? How we can create a link? Four emerging texts right now are filling my social media newsfeed. As for many of you probably, all we know cryptocurrency, non-fungible token, because we are here. The metaverse, there is fundamentally a marketing word because the metaverse didn't exist. Did not exist, and I approve of this. If you take a virtual space, a virtual room, a classic virtual room, a Web2 virtual room, and you link this virtual room to a blockchain, what you have? You have metaverse. But the word metaverse is born in the 90s with a novel, Snow Crash. It's more like a matrix thing where we go when we want, not by constriction. And we are a very long distance from the true metaverse. We are more near to a pseudoverse right now. And many companies are developing this tiny pseudoverse, wonderful pseudoverse, and one day those $1 billion absolutely will give us a result that we can call advancement, technology advancement. But for now, it's only marketing. I have something to say even for artificial intelligence. There is another project we have in parallel that is developing with artificial intelligence. And who knows ChatGPT? I think all of us. ChatGPT here, ChatGPT there. ChatGPT is the new thing, but it's really an intelligence tool. I think no. I think it's not intelligent, but efficient. Not only me. And it doesn't comprehend, it compresses. It's a big parrot that repeats words already studied from the internet. It's a predictive tool, like the one you use with your phone when you write a message and the phone suggests the next word. So, but 1,000,000 times more advanced. And I can show how to trick it, how to trick ChatGPT. There is not intelligence. Human is intelligent. Must know. So, I asked many things to ChatGPT. It's a fantastic helper for me and my work. But I come to make a question, a more logical question, like solve the following liar paradox. A Spartan claims all Spartans are liars. How is it possible from this statement to determine whether the Spartan is lying or not? The answer is a paradox is a statement that contradicts itself or appears to be self-evident. There is nothing. Okay? It's a tiny part of a philosophy page, okay, already written on the internet. So let's try to show what human can do, and at the same thing, at the same paradox. Someone want to participate? Please.
About what? Participate about what?
You must ask me the same question to me, a human. Who want to participate? You do this question to me. Nobody? Want to try? Okay, I'll do it myself. I will solve the problem instead of ChatGPT. My first question is, if I born in Sparta, I am Spartan, right? So the Spartan is a liar because newborn child cannot lie, right? So I'm using logic, concepts, and alternative intelligence, alternative thinking. AI cannot. But I want to prove you in another way. We have the one of our AI department here in person. So you can ask him directly. Luigi, please, come forward.
Thank you, Massimo. I'm Luigi Petraccioli, Bytech CEO, and this startup is all about technological advancement and medical innovation as MIT Arts World. So this is really cool because this really shows us all the main difference that we can see between AI and HI. As we know, human intelligence is a really complex ability that we have about learn and just understand or think, and we apply this ability to a lot of things, mostly perception, memory, problem solving, or just creativity. And that's what is human intelligence as we know today. But the AI is just trying to emulate this. AI is a branch of computer science that just aims to solve problems or just tasks that AI, that human intelligence is difficult to solve in order to logical processing and amount of information we give to them. So there are two types of AI, the strong one and weak one. We are speaking about a strong AI, and we can see the both an AI left usually, and it's about just the out of box thinking, as we can say. And that's a really particular thing because they are trying to emulate human beings, but they cannot do it because it's really it depends from what kind of programs and information we use to at the beginning of the data development, and also what kind of data they are studying. Like they always learn, they always try to reason, and they always try to understand natural language, but they are just about all the data they have to need. So this is really what they are, but they also are really useful to us because today they are the main tools that can help us to study better the human mind. They are the nearest thing we have because we are speaking with the human mind, so they will help us to understand and to improve our consciousness about our mind. That's the main part about this project and why we are developing this AI called EMIT, because I think it can be a really good bridge between the real AI nowadays and the future AI, always near to our human intelligence. And that's easy. That will be easy. So, yeah, of course. Yeah, I can do it. One of the example I can give to you to just see the main difference nowadays between AI and HI is also the captcha. So the captcha code we can use to
to see if you are really a human being or not. But also this kind of question that we can put about, we have two images, and one is Trump and one is AT, so two different pictures. And the question is, what kind of instrument we are talking about, military instrument we are talking about? So I don't know if you have some ideas, but it's pretty simple. We have a Trump photo and ET photo. ET is the movie, no? So what instrument we are talking about? Like a trumpet, like yeah, just the two words together. But this is something only the human being can do. Like an AI cannot do it. Like there is no way. Emotion, sorry. Emotion. Yeah, emotion. Like adding like solve a problem through emotion, and that's something really difficult to do nowadays with technology. So that's why we are just making fun of CPD, and that's what we are talking about. With is like the development between AI and HI. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is a strange phrase. I guess you can see it, but I can read for you. So, nel mezzo del cammino di nostra vita mi ritrovai per una sella oscura e la diritta via era smarrita. It is the correct way to tell. Trust me. And it's a strange phrase from a strange man. This is the translation. Midway upon the journey of a life, I found myself within a forest dark, for the straightforward pathway has been lost. Okay? Not very accurate, but it's very similar. There are small difference. The first the rhyme of the first and the third, and not the second. But let's say about why I'm talking about this phrase. This strange man, because this strange man lived in the 13th century, he chose to do some kind of particular art that we can use to develop our NFT, to grow the value of our NFT. Fundamentally, he wrote a book. This is Dante Alighieri, the supreme poet of Italian culture. And he chose a strange kind of art. It's not simply literature, because he chose constricted writing. So I explain. When you do art, you can choose all the universe to make what you want. In constricting art, you choose yourself to limit your space up to a single box, and in that box you can find the universe. In literature, we can call it constrictive writing, and it's a three-dimensional work of art. Please. So we have talked about what and how with Deborah. The what in this case is very simple, a story of a man, of a journey of a man into the hell and up to the purgatory and paradise. But he chose to restrict himself. First, it doesn't choose to use the Latin language of the time. The Latin language was the language of the cow people, the rich people. He chose the ancient Laurentine Vulgar, popular language. So it's the first step of restricting. And it doesn't speak about love. In a certain way, yes, but he speaks about religion, so you restrict the area. Because you want to go to hell. And you want to write this book with rhymes. And not only rhymes, but third rhymes and 6,000, right? 6,000 pages of this. And numeric riddles and precise situations. It's very, very difficult to do an artwork like that. So the first is what? A book about the story. The second is how it's done with constructive writing. Very hard constructive writing. Probably the best constructive writing on the history. And the third, what's the third dimension? The third dimension of that kind of work is that the hell you know is not the hell from the Bible. When you speak about a hell made of flames and demons and the devil, it's not a Bible thing, it's Dante's invention. Essentially, he created the hell and is projected this thing in our society, West society, for centuries. Other art, even John Milton, the Parallelist Lost, was inspired by Dante. And even the entertainment. This is not the Bible Inferno. This is Dante's Inferno. Remember that. So, we are getting to the point. I'm sorry for this cultural part, but it is important to explain what we have done here can be exist a work of art with 4 dimensions. How can we do a work of art like that? And drowning myself in an ocean of humbleness, I am proud to present you Eve as a 4-dimensional NFT story. You can take much of this kind of work of art to enhance your NFT future and the actual. So even not the same of science fiction Eve. How many viewers here so far in science fiction? Many. But it's not evolving virtual electronics or something like that. It's a ethereal view of empiricity that basically, as sophism, it's almost an oxymoron. So we are joking with literature here. Okay? Please. The dimension number 1 is what is. Okay? It's a called 80s style graphic novel about an AI alone in the metaverse. So far, it's standard. Okay? Many years and many AI alone in the metaverse. This time, this is very alone in the metaverse. Not programmed by some human. And I prefer to refer as she. But actually, it doesn't have a gender. The character, the thing about the character. And imagine a newborn child with 200 of IQ, but without any wisdom, any experience, okay? Any past experience. So it is a profound intellectual journey from the base question toward the most difficult. Okay? Is the first NFT merging graphic design with real literature. Please. 5 chapters for a profound intellectual journey. The first chapter is awakening. The second, consciousness, awareness, evolution, epilogue. So the more she advances, the more intelligent she becomes. At some point, she becomes more intelligent than the writer itself. So the writer has been forced to study and be more intelligent himself. The second dimension, that is how it's done. 100% handmade. Every single Eve is handmade. The human, not the AI, is writing and designing an AI story. Okay? This is not a collection to mint casually with AI tools. This is a real work of art. And original text, algorithms, poems, riddles, hidden messages, Easter eggs, all plagiarism proof, all Google proof, all AI proof. It is not an easy thing to do. And we have that dimension number 3. In this case, this kind of work is an utility with many access, with a unique rewarding system for the holder. I'm not entering in this part now because this is not a commercial talk. But trust me, we studied every point of this NFT. And guess what the dimension 4 is? We are speaking about 4th dimension. The 4th dimension is here. At a certain point of the story, the character made a portal, a very fraction in the metaverse. He received many data, billions of data, from a strange place behind our world. Behind this portal, there is our world. And as you can see, she is sure that nobody can hear her. But they actually do. Because at the same time that the novel goes on, another novel is running right now. Because she has a Twitter account. And she told, as she told in the world, in the novel. So it's a literally work within a literary work. This kind of technique can grow every NFT. If you have a project and you can touch the 4th dimension with your project, it's not important if it's art or an utility or a financial product, or if you can build an environment where this kind of product can touch many dimensions, you've got a much more massive product in your hands. That's what we are convinced of. And the funny part, that ChatGPT is a follower. She is playing with ChatGPT. Or at the beginning of a long story. Choose. But actually, ChatGPT does not know that we are talking, he is talking with a character from a novel, not an influencer or some random page. Okay, all of this is part of a much larger project. Okay, they start from 2 years ago from a marketplace. We started to build a marketplace because we want to, but at the same point, we stopped. We pivoted totally because we want to go to another kind of project where people can interact for community, for sharing revenues. So we are building the first Ethereum-based NFT marketplace featuring a founding membership system and a launch pad. So your project, this is, I know it is an hard work to do, but we are doing it very well, I assure you. And I'm very, very hard workers. So to the next slide, I would like to some help by someone who can talk better than me about the economy and all this stuff. Because I am more creative. yeah. I mean you. So I can talk.
Yeah, you can take it.
Thank you.
Let me share with you a few words about this extra dimension of NFTs. But we all know that NFT, in its very basic terms, can be a kind of format of a digital file. But we all know also to the talk that we have this evening that there can be much more behind an NFT product. And let's take Eve as an example. Let's take Eve offers variety of benefits to its holder. These benefits can be classified into economic, social, and cultural ones. Let's start from the economics. You can enter into a project with privileged access to all the future collection. Because if it's that the first part of a larger journey, and being owner of Eve gives you the possibility to be part of the evolution of the history. So in a very different way compared to the other possibilities that you have, because you really own a piece of the history. Then moving to the cultural benefits and I would say also creative benefits related to owning an NFT. Let me first ask all of you if you know how many NFTs currently in circulation face or may face issues related to intellectual property violation. You can guess the number. Michelangelo, let's say, first part that we say, not exactly, it's like with the blockchain. Why? Currently, according to some recent studies, 80% of the NFTs in circulation are at risk of being removed from circulation because of intellectual property violation. So 80. So it's a crazy number, and this number is going to be higher due to the massive use of artificial intelligence tools for creating digital art. And in this project is event being created by Tokiplace internal artists, and without any automation tool. And what Manuel mentioned before, that the text are plagiarism proof text. So you can say certain that there's no
Plagiarism.
no plagiarism in place. Eve comes with a very practical solution on the IP side. Why? Because all IP rights over your Eve stays with you. This means that as long as you hold Eve, you can use for any purpose the text and the image of your Eve without any restrictions. We can do that relying on the Can't Be Evil standard license, recently released by one of the largest American crypto venture capital funds. And basically, this the Can't Be Evil standard licenses are a set of licenses designed specifically for NFTs, written in a very clear and understandable way, inspired by the work of the Creative Commons license. The licenses make the right they provide irrevocable and are incorporated into the smart contract. So basically, the licenses are on chain for each Eve. Eve gives exclusive commercial rights with no creator retention. So you can build any additional creation on top of your Eve. All of this just to give all of you a quick overview of the undisclosed potential. A well-structured NFT project can bring in terms of innovation into our economical, social, and cultural life. So I guess I can give the ground to you.
On your word, from the romantic part, mind, the 100% EP right meets perfectly with a phrase of one of my favorite actors. It's an Italian actor. It's called Massimo Troisi. What say? The poem not belong to the writer, but to who need it. This is 100% EP right for me.
Thank you. Talking to guys now, sorry that they.
We are not in talking because we are not doing a commercial speak, but we are many things in our roadmap, and the token airdrop is one of these things. So if you want more information, just ask the pitch that will be. And there is one more slide, I think. So
yeah. So this is the link, the QR. Sorry, there is the QR code to the Telegram channel where you can find the link to participate to the contest, the special contest that we have just for tonight. You can simply join the Telegram channel, click on the link you see pinned, and insert a nickname and
the secret word.
The secret word. The secret word is 4 short dimension. So once you do all this, you can see the questions, and the first person who will provide the right answer will get the NFT of here tonight. So we have
Essentially, Eva is an intellectual entity. So she's trying to be more intelligent than us. So she's giving you a riddle to solve. If you can solve this riddle, you can win a piece of history. Essentially this. So we are bringing human experience, linking the human experience with technology. We are very fond of it. We are very, we believe that human part of the NFT and crypto world is more important than the crypto itself. We can link the two things, building something more valuable and more massive, even economically. Okay, thank you.
Are you spelling 4 dimensions?
Yeah, the secret word is four dimension.
All cap, not letter. Four
Score.
dimension.
Underscore.
No. It means score. With score.
Yeah.
Dimension. We are finished.
Yeah, so I give the floor to Alicia,
Yes.
who is art curator, digital art manager, and one of the co-founder of the Italian Design Institute. Really happy to have Alicia here and welcome you.
Thank you, Alicia. She is representing very, very good artists.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alicia Viola, curator and artist in Italy. I work with artists and galleries and cultural institutions, and now I'm developing my curator installation between digital and physical art. I'm blessed to work with digital artists because I think that digital is the art future. The work of what created against art, I think that is really very special, with special projects, special people, and special art. Today I'm here with you because some artists with who I work exhibited their NFTs here on the website. And first of all, I want to emphasize the importance of the Crypto Art Day because I think, in my opinion, I consider Crypto Art the last and the most important contemporary movement now. And this current that was born from specific needs, becoming more and more institutionalized today, and I am really happy about that. It's best protected and valued by the artists who are part of this. Today, we can no longer differentiate digital and digital art. It's one and it's the same. Just as in our life, digital has become a biological extension, and the same thing happens to art. The digital and the digital come together, complete with the term digital, definitely represent the present and the future of art. The first NFT art project that I want to show you called the Big Parallax, 9 digital artworks created by the artist Big Marks and Eduardo Corti, an architect, and Giovanni Mondi, a designer. They made an art project never seen until now. And the project consisted for the first time to the union of 3 different languages, namely contemporary art, architecture, and design. But how did they do it? The smart work by merging them and making a completely new art. A unique language, common elements for 3 expressive universe. The concept, the creation, and the production of the series was the result of 8 months of work. In which the 3 creators developed a formal and expressive typological language, and starting from the important concept of the art of the Marx, the 4 reference, that can express and unite the 3 macro words. The Big Parallax series consists of 2 elements, the most important 2 elements, the architecture and the art. So, fake, that referring to Big Marx 4 reference, to art of Big Marx, and parallax. Parallax is a phenomenon whereby which an object appears to shift relative to the background if one changeable observation, and is a concept of architecture. The collection is a big part of change in architecture and design, while the artwork by Mars, named Big Orgasm, is the theory of the entire project. Each work is obviously a unique piece despite the collection fact that they are closely related to each other. There are several common elements among the work. For example, the Bernini sculpture, the SLB of Dr. Guerrera, in the work of Peter Organ by Mars, that he is the inventor of the sticking the fact technique. And for example, the link of the famous movie when Mary met Sally, Meg Ryan appears in the inside of each sticker. And architecture, nine different areas, there are nine different areas, the history of architecture from the classical Roman area to the creation of futurist architecture that does not yet exist. And the video, for example, even the technical composition of the video is subject to the fourth software. Multi-project is fourth software, actually. Speed, framing, and lighting are specially designed to recreate the parallax effect. And I'm honored to have created this powerful, aesthetically and conceptually art project. Now, the second NFT art project is by Leonardo Passo, and then an artist who use different medium in his art, which he follows to a very particular style, and his works tell about our society, so the pollution, for example, the destroyed environment, war, and so on. And in this art collection, he's inspired by the aesthetic of video games, and he transports traditional Victorian tools into a virtual technology and a virtual dimension, so the third dimension. Making use of digital paint or AI or animation art, and this collection of NFTs created by Damiano, I think that it's very important to art because shows the real sense of digital art. And these NFTs look like video games or commercial advertising with text in Japanese or Chinese, very funny, that repeat warning messages, while dinosaurs are a powerful metaphor of our condition. There are four NFTs, and each artwork is digital painting with a particular sound and a particular animation. Anthropocene 1, dinosaurs and video games, and natural madness. And finally, we have with us one of the most important picture artists in the world, Andrea Crespi, an artist recognized worldwide, and I have the honor to collaborate with him and touch every day what does it mean digital, the term is digital, which is the union of the physical and the digital world. Andrea Crespi is an Italian visual artist who works with different media and themes, including optical illusion, social transformation, the digital revolution, and the contemporary cultural changes. Central to Crespi's work is the reinterpretation of iconic works and figures from the past in a contemporary case, through an explicitly personal and well-described language. Through the fruition of optical illusion, endless line that never touch, invade the canvas, creating new paths and emotion never explored before. An artist working between the physical and the digital world, totally reflecting our time in which itself is a mixture of the real and the digital, where the boundary between the two worlds cannot be considered non-exist. It's one, it's the same. Nothing is left to change, but everything has a relation to the contemporary. Starting from an individual vision of the cosmos, the artist chose to share it and to give it to humanity. Because art necessarily reflects the expression of our time. And Andrea Crespi, I think that it's one of the most important artists for this, because he's in the present, he's always in the present, with the digital and the physical art. And he's futuristic in the physical world. You could see different artworks here, the Crespi, always on the right, and are two different artworks. If on the one hand we had two lovers revisited through the sign, the lines, for art, where the artist shows some of the depicted figures that is the union of classical art and contemporary art to create a spontaneous art. On the other hand, it lets the aesthetic vision to the artist focus more on a social method, in particular on vandalism art. So, on the one hand, we have flowers that reflect the art of Andrea, and the other side, we have artwork that would reflect on our time, on our present. So there are two different artworks. And there are exceptions, very important. Vandalized art not stay in the world. And thank you for this moment, for listening to me, and if you have any questions about picture art in general, or Andrea Crespi, or the artworks that are here on the right, I'm here.
Thank you.
Before the open bar part. Yes. I want you to, before I introduce Claudio, I want to speak.
You are Leo.
Okay. I want to mention one of the best artists in the world, in my opinion, is Leo Gaillard. We have two of his work today. And Leo is very special in its way of doing art. You can trust me. Follow him and see what he can do, and you will see it by yourself. It's unique. Thank you.
Yeah. Is it the second screen?
Yes, the second screen.
Right now. Okay. Thank you, Manuel, for mentioning Leo Gaillard, and that is one of the artists part of the Toki Place ecosystem. Now, Claudio, please come and yeah. And Chiara, thank you, Chiara, for the translation.
Buonasera a tutti, scusate se non parlo inglese, ma l'inglese è terribile, per cui ho preferito che ci fosse qualcuno che parlasse al mio posto nella vostra lingua.
Good evening, everyone. I don't talk in English, and so I prefer Chiara to translate.
Cosa hanno in comune Giotto ed Andy Warhol? Apparentemente nulla.
What do Giotto and Warhol have in common? You'd say nothing at first sight.
In realtà, entrambi hanno segnato un momento fondamentale nel mondo dell'arte ed entrambi hanno segnato il punto di rottura con gli schemi artistici nel periodo in cui loro vivevano.
Actually, they both marked a basic moment in art, a breaking point between past time and the present day.
Con Giotto terminano le rappresentazioni in stile bizantino. Con il secondo, la pop art invece si trasforma in qualcosa di nuovo e accessibile e raggiungibile a tutti.
Giotto ends the representations in Byzantine style. Warhol turns the pop art into something new, accessible and attainable to everyone.
La sua serializzazione ha portato l'arte a essere godibile e fruibile a chiunque ed è diventato egli stesso un icona del tempo. Infatti, ancora oggi è ricercato e venduto in tutti i 4 angoli del mondo.
Warhol's drawing in series has brought art to be enjoyable and usable by everyone, and has itself become an icon of its time. Even today, it's sought after and sold all over the world.
E lo sarà ancora per molto tempo.
And will be for a long time to come.
Oggi, forse inconsapevolmente, stiamo vivendo lo stesso identico passaggio. E questo struttura è data dall'utilizzo della tecnologia che trova la sua perfetta espressione negli NFT.
The same transition is being experienced nowadays. A breakthrough by the use of technology is perfect expression is in the NFT.
Una domanda fondamentale. Voi volete farne parte?
The main question is, do you want to be part of it?
Bisogna uscire dagli schemi e diventare parte della trasformazione.
We need to step outside and be part of this transformation.
Chi ha creduto nella rivoluzione di Warhol ed ha investito nelle sue opere, oggi si trova ad avere un patrimonio che ha un notevole valore, sia per quanto riguarda il dividendo estetico che quanto riguarda quello economico.
People who believed in Warhol's revolution and invested money in his work are finding themselves today with a significant economic as well as aesthetic dividend.
I token non fungibili e l'investimento su di essi rappresentano il naturale passaggio mentale necessario per entrare a far parte della rivoluzione ed è il salto di paradigma più importante degli ultimi 50 anni.
The non-fungible tokens and the investment in them represent the necessary passage to be part of their revolution, the most important paradigm shift of the last 50 years.
Gli investimenti in arte negli ultimi periodi sono cresciuti in modo importante e le plusvalenze hanno fatto felici tanti collezionisti che hanno avuto la pazienza di attendere.
Investments in art have grown significantly in recent times, and capital gains have made collectors happy, moreover those who had the patience to wait.
Nel report di Deloitte, il mercato dell'arte e dei beni nelle collezioni del 2021, si legge che rispetto al 2020 le vendite delle case d'arte sono cresciute quasi il 70% rispetto all'anno precedente.
In the Deloitte report, the art market of collectibles in 2021, we read that compared to 2020, the sales of auction houses grew by 70% if compared to the previous year.
È l'ora di smettere di avere paura di questo nuovo mondo di fare arte e di viverla l'arte.
It's time to stop being afraid of this new art and this new way of experiencing art.
Bisogna smettere di avere paura del mondo delle criptovalute, mondo che se vissuto correttamente è molto più vicino alla realtà di quanto ci si immagini.
We need to stop being afraid of the world of cryptocurrencies. The world which, if correctly lived, is much closer to reality than we imagine.
So che gli ultimi avvenimenti hanno destabilizzato un pochino. Il crollo di FTX ha destabilizzato il mercato.
I know that the latest events have increased the doubts. The collapse of FTX has shocked the market.
Occorre un pizzico di lungimiranza e credere nel cambiamento e volerne far parte in prima persona investendo.
We need to foresee and believe in change and desire to be part of it personally by investing in it.
Non parliamo di speculazione, quella c'è già stata ed è finita in pochissimo tempo.
There is no mention of speculation. That already existed and ended after a very short time.
Produrre NFT di valore e credere nella loro importanza è fondamentale.
Producing NFTs of value and believing in their importance is basic.
Ora c'è la vera innovazione, ora c'è il vero investimento e lo si può fare con qualcosa di veramente rivoluzionario.
Real innovation is now. Now there is a real investment and you can make it into something truly revolutionary.
E voi volete farne parte?
Do you want to be part of it?
Okay, thank you, Claudio and Chiara as well for the question. I hope you have all scan the QR code over there for participating in the contest tonight. We will reveal the winner in 30 minutes, so you can have additional 30 minutes to vote. In the meanwhile, you can enjoy the free drinks over there. You have a beer, you have a glass of wine and soft drinks as well. You can also talk to each of the people tonight if you have more questions. And I hope you enjoy it so far.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't just me.
Okay, me too. Okay. Okay, let's go.
Thank you so much.
Let's serve someone. Thank you.
Non dolce,
Niente di fruttato, signore.
lui no, io sono quella
Questo qua è piano?
Don Perignon,
Quelle così.
Perché non parla, non so se sono io che forse non stanno a linea qua. Vedi, non me lo fa. Una volta che io non avevo
Immagini che ho fatto vedere, un'immagine della lo sai perché c'è solo la prima e la seconda. La prima è spiegarlo così.
No, but we have some lemons, Fanta lemon.
E quindi
così lo puoi veramente fare in maniera più stabile, perché se no per l'arte
integrale e poi magari tramite Instagram riusciremo ad elaborare un po' qualcosina grazie alla persona che è qui sotto di me, che è Nello, e vediamo di elaborare un po' le cose e poi niente. Ah, una cosa, vi voglio presentare un'altra persona qui. Questo qua non sembra, ma vi assicuro che la testa grande e si
Non lo so.
per chi ha seguito tutto diciamo lo speech lo avrà notato sicuramente. Io ci tengo a farti grazie davvero ragazzi. Allora ciao, no? Un abbraccio, dimmi. Sì, farò domande anche agli altri, magari facciamo un video che facciamo rivedere dopo con calma. Ora la diretta, fatemi riposare un po' il telefono, qui sta scaricando, non me lo posso fare. Va bene, ciao ragazzi, grazie a tutti.
Diceva così difficile, no? Dice così, dai, tu, fate con il bancone. Secco buttato?
Ma penso di sì.